Well, Frost is getting a rework that is going to bring more opportunities in gameplay, but also more to the Huntress fantasy. What can you tell us there?
So yeah, we're actually revisiting Frost, specifically her welcome mat. And what that means is right now, many of our players can find themselves in a situation where they have been welcomed into, say, welcome mat, and then they're stranded and stuck. Well, again, about empowering both sides of the fight here, players will be able to get themselves up. The catch here is that when we talk about making any changes like this to try to remove frustration, we want to make sure that we're empowering both sides. So in this case, Frost will actually be able to track you down because you will not be able to sprint, you will leave a blood trail, and those defenders will still be able to get you. It'll still take time to get out of that trap, but she can still hunt you down.
That sounds pretty cool. It's really looking like you're taking the fantasy of it all in. We got to get in to Season 3. Because Season 3 is bringing a new defender gadget to the game. What can you tell us about this?
So we have a new defender secondary gadget coming to the game called the observation blocker, and this thing is built around that pillar of siege, which is intel. And in the case of the defenders, denying it from the attackers. So their observation tools will have to work a little bit harder to find out what that site setup is or what the defenders are trying to set up and pounce on the attackers with.
Now with this, this defender gadget, can you tell us a little bit more about how it works exactly?
Yeah, so you actually can take it and deploy it onto the floor, and when you do, it'll actually expand fairly far out. It'll cover a doorway, but much bigger beyond that. And again, it stops any observation tool from being able to see through it.
All right, sounds pretty cool. Now, for this, which defenders, which operators are going to be targeted for this, Alex?
So you can see it here. The drone can't see through the blocker, and that works great with operators like Maestro, who can zap a drone that doesn't know it's on the other side, or for an operator like Mozzie, who can be waiting on the other side of an observation blocker and then pounce on it and capture it. Working on these kind of synergies means that these defenders will make good use of the observation blocker.
All right. So tell us about the shield rework.
We're reworking shields, fundamentally. So what we're doing there is we're looking at the dance that we see in the game where you're trying to melee the shield to get a shot at the feet and stuff like that. That doesn't feel like you're an empowered elite operator. It doesn't feel tactical. So we're looking into that and revisiting that. This idea where right now you're hip firing and you're missing every shot, or you hip fire and get that lucky headshot, again, doesn't feel very good on either side of that shield. So we're looking into that and adjusting everything. In the case, we're actually bringing the gun in behind the shield. So that's going to make you more defended and more able to work with your team better, reload behind the shield, and also turn your head.
Lots of excitement here for that. But you're not done yet, Joshua.
So any adjustment we do to any operator or gadget, we have to think about both sides of that fight. So yes, this is making shields a force to be reckoned with, but when you face a shield, you will have more tools in your arsenal to be able to handle it. So at both sides, you can be confident, but I recommend you keep them at range. So our Kev studio has been doing an amazing job on the console front and specifically the aiming controls. We can see that with the advanced aiming that we've already released in year 7. But going beyond that, we're bringing presets. So multiple presets that allow you to play the game differently and have more control. But going beyond that, full controller remap.
So the shooting range is growing. Last year we introduced it. You can customize your loadout, test your attachments, check the damage that you do. We're adding a completely dedicated lane now where you can customize, aim, warm up before you jump into the match. This is something that you could only do outside of the game. Now you can get your one-stop shop of all of this testing in the shooting range.
All right, Alex, let's talk about Season 2. Where are we going?
So I know we've been to Sweden a couple times on the esports side. We're officially announcing a Swedish operator Season 2. We're going back to Consulate, and we are making big changes to it. This is one of our oldest maps. We had to rebuild it from the ground up. The way that the bomb sites behave, the variety in the ways that you can attack it or defend it, Also, another really important thing too is for attackers to have a safe avenue to approach the building. All of this is coming season 2. The World team has been working incredibly hard to deliver it. And again, one of our oldest maps. On the tech side, we had to completely redo it. It's one of our biggest reworks we had to do on the back end. So we hope the players enjoy it.
How is Defender AI Playlist going to create that opportunity for them to learn?
So that's right. The Defender AI playlist is coming out really targeting to beginner players because let's be honest, regardless of the rework we're working on for Quick Match, y'all are scary in some of those lobbies. So it's important that we give people a place that they can go in, start learning the base of the Siege, and experience the game.
And for this, like, how does it work exactly? Because this isn't just like your typical bot experience.
That's right. As Chris mentioned, these are actually AI, machine-learned AI, which essentially we're feeding them player data, which means they react and act as they should. They'll go ahead and set up a site and reinforce it in a default setup that makes sense. They'll open up rotations. They'll place gadgets where you'd expect to find them.
So we talked about Permanent Arcade in year 7. It is coming season 2. This is a permanent space where you can try out all of the different arcades that we have in the game. And when it launches, we'll probably add a little extra to it as well.
All right, let's get in to season 3.
Let's do it.
Alex, where are we heading in season 3?
So we're heading back to a familiar country. It is South Korea.
So we're actually going in and reworking what Quick Match is. So what that means is right now when you go into unranked or ranked, the stakes are pretty high. And then Quick Match, we all know the stakes aren't quite as high. So, you know, it plays very differently. So looking into that to make sure that we can have an experience that is fun for people to actually take a break from ranked and have something fun to do with their squad. Maybe you didn't do so well in ranked tonight. Go blow off some steam in quick Match. But again, remove some of those frustrations, get you into the core Siege and faster. That's where we're going.
Now with that, I think we have one more season to go, right? Everyone's excited for this one. You have to end with season 4 with a bang. And that means that we are not only getting a new location, but a new map as well. Alex, you can hear some excitement in the crowd. Where are we heading to?
You can see it already. We're going to visit Portugal in season 4. For the new map, we'll be looking at a map that's actually tied to the story of the game, and the team is working really hard on working on something that you haven't seen before in the maps you've played in Siege. So reputation system is in beta right now. We have everything where you start seeing the penalties assigned to players who are disruptive. You also have a place where you can report. But we also want to celebrate the wins in Siege too. We want to commend our teammates who are doing a good job, making a great call or a great play, and actually have that positive reinforcement in Siege as well.
Well, if one thing SI has taught me, the Siege community loves to be supportive of one another, so I know they're going to love this commendation system.
Siege has been around for a long time. New players are competing with very competent and experienced players that are playing with our game every single day. This can be overwhelming for new players because Siege has a lot of depth, and new players don't have the tools to learn how to play Siege correctly. In year 8, we really want new players to practice through play. We want them to experience operators, test out their gadgets, and navigate maps. In Season 1, we're bringing Beginner Challenges, a new progression tool for newcomers, which allows them to learn how to play Siege, as well as unlock operators as they play. In Season 2, we're going to be bringing the aiming lane to the shooting range. You'll be able to customize the speed, the movement, the quantity of targets, as well as advanced techniques such as headshots only. In Season 3, we'll be bringing brand new playable tutorials. Each one of these maps will allow the players to learn a different element of Siege, whether it's basics like destruction or verticality, droning and rappelling, reinforcements and barricades. We reward 10 new ops for players upon completion of those tutorials. 5 on attack, 5 on defense. And in Season 4, we'll be bringing the Defender AI playlist, a safe place to teach your friends how to play Siege and to learn new operators and new maps. We're really excited about this new AI playlist. It uses a machine learning algorithm, which is informed by our current players playing today. In this playlist, you'll play as an attacker against a Defender AI. The next steps for us afterwards would be to add the Attacker AI playlist in a future update.
Gadget interaction. This is a system that hasn't changed in a long time. This is when you deploy a gadget, when you pick it up, when you throw it. We're looking at improving this, specifically starting with the gadget pickup and the diffuser pickup to make sure it's a lot more reliable and a lot less frustrating for players. Beyond that, in year 8, we're looking at gadget deployment. You have deployable shields. You have that little dance of trying to get it in the right spot. We want to make sure that's a better experience for players.
Players out there that want to take advantage of this content we covered and more, well, guess what? The Year Pass is back, and with more information on that is Business Strategy Director Mohammed Ben Hanada.
Same as last year, we're bringing back the Year Pass. This will give you access to the 4 battle passes of the year, alongside the privileges that come with them. So the early access to the operators, the shop discount, and more. And lastly, you'll have an exclusive bundle coming with it. There will also be the Year Pass Premium Bundle. This will give you access to the same content as the Year Pass, alongside 20 tiers of the Battle Pass every season, and an exclusive bundle that will feature an exotic weapon skin. And this will be launching next Monday for a limited time only.
This is the new tone that we want to set for the game. And I don't know if anybody saw our cinematic from year 8, but this is the world that we want to build, where there are real stakes for our operators, and there's real stakes too for our players, where they can really get invested and have a good time.
Now, with all that said, what does that mean for the future of Siege?
So we're already moving up to year 8 of Siege, and we are so committed to this game. We're already looking at the next 10 years of Siege. We know all of you have invested so much time, so much love into this game that we will not abandon it. We are here to stay, and we love you all.
Hey everyone, I'm Nicholas, Chief Innovation Officer at Blast, and we're very excited to embark on this new journey with you, the Siege community, in this first-of-its-kind partnership with our good friends at Ubisoft.
And I am Nelson, in charge of esports event and broadcast at Ubisoft. Today we are sharing with you the roadmap of international events for the season 2023. We revealed in December that each competitive season will be composed of 2 stages, concluded by 2 majors. Let's have a look at the destinations for this year.
In May, we will welcome you with open Danish arms to join us in our hometown as we bring Rainbow Six to Blast's home turf of Copenhagen, Denmark. We pride ourselves on delivering next-level entertainment and have some exciting plans to take those events to all corners of the world. We have a burning ambition to bring esports closer to those who love it most and cannot wait to show you what Ubisoft and Blast have in store for 2023 and beyond. And coming next, in November, we will head to the United States. And finally, what this brilliant community is waiting for every year, craving, desiring, the Six Invitational.
We have already announced that we're going to move DSI around the world starting in 2024. And what I can say at this point is that it will definitely be at warmer places than Montreal in winter.
For the first time in the history of Six Invitational, we'll be heading to Brazil in early 2024. It has been too long since we have met our Brazilian community, so we are excited to be back.
And in the meantime, we're also happy to share that the new season will kick off during the week commencing 6th of March. There's still so much more to reveal on the season that is 2023. A new update on the circuit with extra details on each region's format and a path to the majors will be announced next week, so stay tuned.
Thank you all for watching us, and see you soon.